What's up, y'all? I'm Coach Stacie Terry Hutson, and I got next.
What it do, SLT Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Sports Life Talk. You got next, where Kev and I scour the globe, comb the nation, and try to find just great stories of big people doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. And today we got a very special one that's kind of touching for me, but we're going to see Kev ham it up here a little bit today. I am your host, the Mouth of the South, B. Jones. I'm rocking with my partner in crime, my brother from another mother. Kevin, how you feeling today, sir?
Man, I'm just over here reminiscing, activities building, getting buckets, you know.
Kev, I don't know about this guest, man. You just spent 20 minutes backstage trying to convince me that you could play basketball and had the wonderful Coach Stacie Terry Hutson vouching for you. We're gonna get to the end of this in 30 minutes, and we're going to know if all of that is true. But before we get started and before we start talking to Coach, we need to pay the bills, and that's right. If you are here rocking with us for the first time, we want to say thank you so much for checking us out, giving our channel a chance. Kevin and I are just some kids who are trying to accomplish big dreams. As the show title says, we got next, and we need your help. So if you can, on the count of three, we all gonna smash that subscribe button and keep the vision going. 1, 2, 3. Boom! Remember, by doing that, you just introduced yourself in the Sports Life Talk Nation, and anytime we post new content or new shows, you will be the first to know. But without further ado, y'all, Coach Stacie Terry Hutson, basketball coach of the San Diego State Aztecs in her 8th season. And guess where she from, you guys? She came out here to Texas, and she is from the University of Texas Arlington, played basketball overseas, and Coach has a story to tell you guys. How you feeling today, Coach?
I'm feeling so blessed, and I'm so grateful for you guys to have me on the show today. I'm excited to talk to you guys. You
look wonderful. I love the energy. I love the vibe. So before we give you a little too much run room so you can coach us up, right? We got to cross the burning sands. We got to take you through what we like to call the initiation. And once you do so, you get a free t-shirt and you part of the SLT family. All right, Stacie, can we do that? All right, let's go. Take it through it, Kev.
All right, Coach. So to initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 hip-hop artists.
So I'm going to take you back old school for you. And you know, I went to school in Texas, but I am a West Coast girl. So I'm gonna go Tupac, I'm gonna go Dre, I'm gonna go Cube, I'm gonna go Second to None, and I'm gonna go Snoop for my top 5.
All the way West Coast, Stacie?
All the way west. That's where I am.
Well, hey, Second to None, that's new.
I know.
Yeah, I've never even heard of Second to None.
What?
You never heard of Second to None?
No.
Go check them out.
Second to None. Okay, all right.
Yeah. Jones, I thought you knew everything, man. I see why I'm so much better with you. All right, so
hey, he got his confidence up, y'all. Stacie in the building. He running with his whole pack. He got his confidence up. I'm gonna let him have it today. It's your world, Kev. It's your world.
Thank you. All right, so Stacie, give us your favorite sports teams.
Oh man, I'm in women's basketball, so I got to take it to the Las Vegas Aces right now. They're hot right now. One of my mentors and best friends actually is the first Black female president of the Aces, Nikki Caldwell. So I'm gonna go hard for her. And I'm also a big Candace Parker fan. Obviously, being right up the road, we've been friends for a long time. She was with the Sparks, just now got traded to the Sky. So I'm gonna go with the Chicago Sky as my 2 favorite sports teams.
I love Candace Parker too.
Who doesn't love?
She's an even better human being. She's a fantastic athlete, but she's a great human being.
I can see that. I get to follow her on like IG, and she cracks me up. She has a good time with her and some of the people she hangs with, like Shaq and them. They just seem like they have a blast.
They do. She does a great job.
Yeah, she really does. So who is your favorite superhero and why?
I'm gonna go with Wonder Woman, and why? Because she could just do a little bit of everything. And she is a problem solver. I pride myself on solving problems and try to eliminate creating them. So I'm gonna go with Wonder Woman.
All right, so every good superhero needs their own theme music. So, Coach, what's that go-to song?
You gotta go California Love. You gotta go
California Love.
You got to. That's my walkout music for sure.
Oh, that's a good one. And Pac, can't go wrong. Okay, so
yeah, that's a classic.
All right, so being a black coach in the game, what were your feelings about Adia Barnes and Don Staley being the first black coaches to coach in the Final Four?
Well, not necessarily the first to coach. My good friend Carolyn Peck was the first black woman to win it when she was
the first
ago.
two, I guess, two of them
Yep.
at the same time.
At the same time, yes. And both of them are fantastic coaches and do such a great job. Adia and I actually grew up in San Diego together. We played on the same AAU team, so I know her really well. So I was really happy to see her break down barriers. She's a young coach. And I really just loved how hard she had her team playing. She did it on the defensive end. They got after it and just showed toughness. Her team really kind of took the identity of who she is, and it was really fun to watch her play. And Dawn is just Dawn. I mean, she's an icon. She's a superstar in our game. She's been doing it for a long time. She does it unapologetically, all the while raising awareness to so many things in our game. And as a black woman, she's just kind of led the torch, or held the torch and led us for a long time now. So it was fun to watch both those guys really get after it in the Final Four.
Well, B. Jones, I guess we got to get a shirt size because she's
hey, welcome to the SLT family. But I want to kind of keep that conversation going because I checked. We stalk you. Once somebody agrees to come on the show, we start looking at everything to try to find talking points. And you quickly, as you go through your thread on Twitter and IG, you quickly see that you are in tremendous support of especially other African female coaches. So is that like a sorority? Is that like a tight-knit group of African-American coaches? Do you guys reach out to one another on a daily basis if you have problems and situations? Tell me a little bit about the chemistry amongst that group of individuals.
100%. We actually have a group. It's called the WOC. It's Women of Color, and it's all head coaches or people that affect the game in those positions, because we want to be able to grow our little group. And actually I've been so excited this year because there's been so many black women hired as head coaches in our game this year. And we are a group of people that are proud, that want to represent. Obviously, representation is a huge piece. There's a lot of African-American young women that play the game. And yes, we do share ideas. We talk strategy, just try to sharpen our game. Iron sharpens iron. So we talk all the time. We meet on a regular basis anytime we can get together. But it's just a lot of fantastic women who are just trying to grow our game and bring light to the fact that we can get this job done too.
All right, so I'm going to ask you a hard question off the cuff. Now, she wasn't prepared for this, SLT Nation, but I'm going to put you in a bad situation, all right?
Try your best.
Give me your dream staff. You're the head coach. Give me your 4 assistant coaches.
I'm going to go with one of the ones who started it all. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Vivian Stringer.
Oh,
yeah.
Coaching at Rutgers.
Yeah.
She's really the one who kind of lit this light and has given us so many opportunities. I'm going to take Pat Summit just because she's a pioneer and all the stuff that she's been able to do.
Mount Rushmore.
I mean, huge. And then I'm going to take it back out west to Tara Vanderveer, who is the winningest coach. Just won another national championship. Just a great, great coach. Knows how to get it done. And I think with those 3, we can win a lot of games.
Man, that was too easy for you. I'm mad. When I drew that question up, I was like, I'm put on the spot with this one. Hey, you killed that one. Now, you've done nothing but represent West Side the whole show. So you grew up in San Diego. Tell us what that was like to be announced as the head coach of the San Diego Aztecs. Like, that had to be kind of like a surreal moment.
This is a dream for me. This really is a dream because not a lot of people get to have head job opportunities and even their first opportunities as a head coach in the city that they grew up in. I was born and raised in San Diego. Both of my parents were military. They were Navy. I'm a Navy baby. That's what brought us out to San Diego. And then I played my high school ball, grew up here in San Diego, and wanted to experience something different. So I got recruited to come to Arlington and play at UTA and had a great opportunity there. Loved my time there. And then just started coaching. I actually, fun fact about me, my degree's in broadcasting. I wanted to do what you guys are doing. I'm jealous of you guys. I wanted to be on the air doing something with sports, and got out of college and was like, what's next, right? We have a degree and then it's you don't have any experience. So a good friend of mine got me into the game and I started coaching. My first job was at the University of Louisville. And I was there when Denny Crum was going out. I don't know if you guys are basketball.
Yeah,
fans.
we heard it. Coach Crum.
And Rick Pitino was coming in. I was a huge Kentucky fan, so I was able to learn from Rick and all of the head coaches that I've worked for. And then most recently, I was at LSU as an assistant. My head coach, Nikki Caldwell, we were killing it out in LSU, which then gave me an opportunity to come back to my hometown and lead these Aztecs. And I could not be more blessed. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity.
Now, I know you got to recruit for San Diego.
Wait. Nope. B. Jones, I ain't gonna let you do that. So if you don't know Stacie, he's a huge LSU fan. He's from Louisiana.
I spent 2 years.
I know, sister. That's why I told everybody at the beginning we was going to touch on this. I was going to make sure to touch on your time at LSU. How was the food down there? Tell the world why kids should want to go to Baton Rouge.
Man, food is off the chain. The people are even better. You talk about just down home love, open your arms and give you a hug. I just really enjoyed the people. We had a great staff. And the university is second to none. There is nothing in this world like an LSU Alabama football game. I've never experienced anything like it. So I have a lot of great memories from my time in Baton Rouge.
Favorite guest ever. Can you come back and do this show again in a couple of weeks? I need you to be a regular because this
show was doing so well until LSU got me.
All right, hey coach. So tell us a little bit about growing up. You got any brothers, sisters? Was it a competitive household?
Just kind of playing with guys. But ironically, in San Diego, you play outside sports because the weather's beautiful 24/7, 365 days a year. So I grew up playing softball and soccer just because we were outside. And then I picked up the ball at my freshman year in high school and just fell in love with the game. So I was a little bit of a late bloomer, but played on varsity all 4 years. And I was a good athlete, not a great basketball player, and just got better as I went on in college. But you get better playing the game. We miss that now. I tell my girls all the time, we can do all these drills and we can do all this, but you got to play. You just got to get the timing and make reads, and you got to play with defense. And that's really how you get better, just playing.
Well, B. Jones, I want to say this, though. She has a hell of a jump shot, so don't let her play that down. She can shoot it.
I was a shooter.
How many buckets she put on your head, Kev? Because I know she was dropping buckets on you all day long.
No, because I was a tall one, so I didn't have to guard Stacie. I was guarding like Tanya.
He guarded somebody else. He was smart.
She said you were smart.
Coach, I can't let you get away with this. We're going to have to settle this one day.
All right, Coach. So, do you watch Last Chance U by any chance?
I did.
Okay, so the first couple of seasons of Last Chance U really exposed me to, I guess, lower level college sports, and it was football. So they talked really bad to those kids, and it made me kind of question the authenticity of coaches. Right? Do they really have these kids' hearts and minds? And then all of a sudden, we forwarded to John Mosley, and we get Last Chance U this year, and they show us the basketball side. And I saw a highlight of you mic'd up at practice, and it gave me the John Mosley vibes. Right? You talking to the girls.
How fantastic is he? My goodness.
I love Coach Mosley.
He's actually a really good friend of my husband. So as we're watching Last Chance U, my husband's on the phone like, hey, where'd this kid go? And I got the ins and outs before I even finished it live. But I really enjoyed his relationships with his players. And that's really what I'm about. That's really what we all should be about, is providing opportunity for these young men and women to get a better life. And higher education is oftentimes one of the keys to get there. So I was really impressed with him and his relationships with his kids and just how he was able to show how much he cared to get the most out of them. It was really a great series.
Well, Coach, I'm glad you said that, because you watching your 5-minute clip of you at practice, it gave me the John Mosley vibes, right? So tell me, what is your secret to the balancing act, right? You got to be their friend, you got to be their coach. How do you connect with these kids and learn how to push all the right buttons at the right time to create, this 40 minutes or 48 minutes of basketball?
We're talking about transactional leadership, where it's just you do because I tell you to, versus transformational, which is they know that you have their best interest at heart. And that's really what it's about, is transforming these young athletes to know that you care about them, but also to push them to get the most that you possibly can out of them. Because the discipline, the togetherness, the camaraderie, all those things are things that are important to them that they can carry on after athletics, after college athletics. And that's really what it's about. I mean, the ball is going to stop bouncing at some point, and we have to, as coaches, prepare them for the next step. Yes, some of these men and women are going to go on and make a lot of money playing basketball, but what's next after that? And we want to make sure that they're prepared for life. That's one of the reasons I got into this, because when I got out of college, when you're a college athlete, everything is provided for you. We really do have a really good situation now. We work our tails off in study hall and academics, and all the things that we ask of them are very challenging. However, we have a lot of things given to us. And I don't know that I was best prepared when I got out of UTA. So it's important to me to talk about financial literacy, right? Telling them how to invest, how to save, talking about credit, talking about how to interview for jobs and how to be a great teammate, things that are going to help them in their next opportunity after basketball. That's really what it's about for me. And I think that that's how you get to these student athletes, is they got to know that you love them. You got to know that they care, and then you can get the most out of them.
All right, my last question, and you kind of rolled into this perfect. You talked a little bit about the benefits of going to college and the life outside of college, and there's a rule that in the guys' game that they could go and play basketball after one season. We can see a little bit of an inequality on the female side as they make the women's game go for 4 years. What is your opinion on that rule? Should the women embrace the 4-year degree and the opportunity to come out with something tangible, something in their hands? No word if they get the money or the injuries or illnesses, or should they have the equality and be able to go one and done like that outstanding Paige Buckets? Should players like that be given that opportunity?
The mother in me says stay 4 years and get your degree, and maybe even get your master's. So, that would be the advice I would give my young daughter growing up, because I think it's important to have that piece of paper. However, if she's on the level of some of these athletes that can go right away, it's hard to prevent them for going on to make life-changing money in our game. The paper, as you call it, on our side isn't as big as on the men's side. So there's a balancing act there. But I think that if they have the opportunity and it's the best decision for them and their family, I think they should have the freedom to go ahead and explore that.
Yeah, because Asia Wilson, she could have went and played
right away.
Yeah, it's a joke.
Away. Yeah.
And my thoughts on that, Coach, I'd rather see the men either going to go 3 years or you're going straight to the league.
I agree. I'm against this one and done. I just don't know the point of it, because I don't know how much you've learned in that 1 year. So if they're going to make them stay, let's give them a little bit more of substantial time to grow, learn, and understand, what life after basketball is like, or just let them go right off the bat. So I'm with you there.
I'm with you too, Coach, because I got an 18-year-old as of today. I mean, she literally turned 18 today, and it made me kind of think about that. There are kids like a Zion and some of these other guys who are literally playing professional basketball against 30, 35-year-old men, traveling, living the world as a single guy. And I know for a fact some of these situations and these, that they're being put in and asked of is very difficult for the mindset of an 18-year-old, right?
You've heard so many stories, definitely on the men's side, of them just making horrible decisions just because they don't have the guidance. So if we could set up some type of structure for these athletes to understand, most importantly, financial literacy, how they should be saving and what they should be doing with their money. People don't teach us that. And I'm talking about us. People don't teach us those things. So we're talking about generational wealth that sometimes gets blown away because we just don't make great decisions. So there's a lot of people that need to step in and help if we're going to allow those people, these young athletes, to do that. But it's definitely, in my opinion, I think it should be up to them what's best for them.
Facts. I love it, Coach.
All right, so Coach, tell us what a typical day looks like for you.
Well, it depends on the time of year. Right now, May, June, it's a little bit slower. COVID has put a crazy twist on everything. But normally in May, we would be, having kids on campus. We'd be doing official visits, wrapping up our school year with our academics, with our student athletes, going into a summer schedule where we're out recruiting. The summer is really our opportunity to get out and watch all these young people play and showcase their talent in hopes that we can give them a scholarship. After that, August comes and we'll get right back into the gym. I mean, our girls work out in the summer, so they'll be here in July and August. So we'll start getting to know each other again, getting back into shape, implementing any changes we want to make this year. But they're pretty much in the gym 24/7. Now it's definitely a commitment back, or much more than it was back when I was playing. In the summer, it was optional. And if you guys know anything with my air quotes, it was optional, but not really.
Not really, yeah.
Not really. But now, we're able to work with them 8 hours a week. So they're in school, they're in the gym. We're talking about making sure that they're eating right, paying attention to their academics, internships, jobs, all that stuff in the summer. So they're still really busy in the summer. And then September, we get right back into it. Official practice starts, and then we'll start playing games in November.
All right. So with that said, how hard is it to balance your career and family life?
Oh, it's been challenging. It's definitely a challenge, but it's my passion to help these young women just grow. I mean, my job is to continue on to where their parents left off and just prepare them for life after basketball. And I think anytime it's hard for me when I, have to maybe have someone else pick up my daughter, or I miss something of my daughter's, I just remind myself that she's able to see me and my student athletes do incredible things. And I hope that it just brightens her future and she's able to dream big, because she's been able to see so many women before her do the same.
Okay, so speaking of daughter, so I got 2 boys, but just say hypothetically I got a girl.
Okay.
And we're looking for a school or college for her to go about. Her dad could play, so of course my daughter can play. All right, so why should we send her to San Diego State to play for you?
3 things. 1, she's going to get a quality education, and I'm going to stay on her about her academics. It's important to me. I don't play with academics. If they're not doing what they need to do, basketball will be removed. It's bigger than basketball. So academics, 1. 2, she's going to play in a great league. She's going to have opportunities to really connect and meet some amazing young women and connect and have friends for life as far as the team chemistry and everything we've been able to do on the court. I have a fantastic staff that's going to continue to get our student athletes better, and then cut down nets is our goal all the time. And then 3, you live in the best city in the country. San Diego is beautiful. It's 75 year round. And a lot of people say it's so expensive to live in California, but what I tell them is, I'm paying your bills. I'm giving you a scholarship. So come live in San Diego on me. That's the best way to do it. So those are the 3 things that I would say: quality education, an awesome athletics career, and then obviously living in San Diego is second to none.
Coach, I think I still got 4 years of eligibility. Can I?
Man, please. All right, so what is something that basketball has taught you that you can use in everyday life?
Teamwork. You can't do anything by yourself. It takes a village in everything that you do. You guys were telling me a story before we got on about how you guys met. It's really about teamwork and someone helping you and pulling you up. And I think athletics teaches you that on any level. How to get along, how to help each other, and how to work through adversity. And that's a big piece of why I think it's one of the most important things.
All right, so give us your most memorable moment as a coach and as a player.
Wow. As a player, I think having the opportunity to play overseas. I played in Poland for a year, and that was just eye-opening. I mean, I don't even know that I was good enough or any good at that point, but just be able to play and explore the world, I think, was just a fantastic opportunity. And as a coach, And when I was at UCLA and at LSU, we were able to go to the Sweet 16, and it was just awesome playing in the tournament and competing at that level. It was just really fun.
There we go, LSU again. Okay, so Coach, this is the part where I normally get in people's business, because for the people that's watching, but the people that's watching in college, yeah. A lot of guys will try to get at Stacie because she's very attractive.
I'm about to say that's not hard to see, Kevin.
I'm just saying that, but we know now that you are taken.
Yes.
So go ahead and tell us about your
boo. I have been married for 2 years and been with my husband for 6 years. He's also a head coach. We met here at San Diego State when he was assistant, but he's now the head coach at Fresno State. So yeah, I'm off the market, and I got lucky. I married a good one, and it's great. It's great. Our pillow talk is a little different than other people's pillow talk. We're talking, games and how we can be better and play calls and all that good stuff. But he's been so great for me because he just being able to bounce ideas off, and he understands it. When it's not going well or when it is going great, he understands both sides. So he's the yin to my yang, and I'm very appreciative.
All right, Coach. Now, I watched the video. I watched the interview, and I know what you told him, but we family, okay? So I know you plan 8 months out in advance, but what is the real secret to pulling off a long-distance relationship?
Oh, goodness. Planning, and the commitment to each other. I mean, the planning piece is the huge piece. You got to make time for each other. And both of us being head coaches, it makes it a little easier for us to do that. But we have calendars. I'm looking in mine right now. There's calendars, and we carve out time for each other because that's the most important thing.
Do you guys ever critique each other? Like, I don't know what you was thinking. Why did you call that set play at that point?
Not like that. It's more a question. Like, what were you thinking in that moment? Or what did you see? It's a little different than saying, why the hell did you do that? But it's, we just talk about like, what did you see at that time? But it's really just encouragement. This is a harsh business, and it is a lonely seat when you're the head coach. So we just really focus on just encouraging and trying to keep each other uplifted, because we understand what the other one's going through.
Well, I got one last question before we have a little bit of fun on the show. X's and O's versus Jimmy and Joe's. Which is more important to you as a head coach? Would you rather be the world's most strategic X's and O's coach, know the right play at the right time, have perfect technician, or would you rather be able to go out and get the best talent available nationwide, create a powerhouse like a UConn?
It is always the goal to be the best at your craft. So continuing to grow is always important. However, you will not win enough games if you don't have players. Recruiting is the lifeline of your program. You got to have kids that can get it done. You can be the best X's and O's coach and not have enough players. You're just not going to win enough games. So players matter. Obviously, you want to be a great coach, but you got to recruit.
Now, I got to ask you a little bit of a personal question. I'm sorry, I said one more. You lived in Louisiana. You lived in Texas. You out there in California. Can you cook, Stacie? Because I'm almost close to telling you to turn me into your real estate agent.
I know.
So we come out there and hang out with you.
They ruin our relationship right now. I am not a cook. I'm too busy to cook. I can cook the basics, but I can't get fancy with anything. So I enjoyed other people cooking for me when I was in Baton Rouge, for sure. I miss those beignets. I do. But yes, I'm not a cook. I told my husband up front, I'm a lot of things, but that is not one of them.
Tell her you can order a mean Chipotle though, huh?
Man, I can order it quick. I got it. I got the apps downloaded. I can get it here whenever you need.
All right, Coach. Well, this is part of the show. Kevin told he liked to get buckets. Me and Kevin are very competitive. I'm pretty sure you can see that. We go tit for tat, right?
Right.
And so we started this game. We call it championship rounds. And the point of this is almost like the 2-minute warning in a basketball game, okay? So we're going to go 3 rounds. And at the end of this, one of us will be crowned this show's champion. So you just kind of played a little bit of version of Would You Rather. That's what this is, okay? So both of us will give you an option.
Gotcha.
You can only pick one. Now the rules is you can't change the option. You can't add anything on top of it. We'll present exactly what your choices are, and you have to choose either choice A or choice B. The person you choose get the point. Best out of 3 wins it. And I'll tell you, Kevin is in the lead right now, 9-8, and he is leading, but I am the defending champion. So are you ready? Do you got any questions before we get started?
I feel a little pressure, but I'm ready for it. Let's go.
Hey, there's no pressure. Just remember this. All right?
Remember that Louisiana. All right. So, Coach, Coach Terry Hutson, would you rather have 10 ladies become head coaches and start a Terry Hutson coaching tree, or
coach 4 players that went on to play in the WNBA?
I'm going to go with the coaching tree because those young women are going to be able to affect other women's lives.
Ooh, that's a point for me, right? That's a point for me, right, Coach?
Sorry, KT. My bad.
It's all good.
You're no apologies. All right, here we go. Round 2. Would you rather make it to the championship game, whether you win or lose, you made it there, though, or
win a conference title 10 years in a row with a shot to make it to the tourney?
So that's 10 shots at making it to the tourney, essentially.
Give me the first one again.
You can make it to, you guaranteed that you made it to the tournament.
Yep.
And you're going to go to the championship game, but you don't know if you're going to win, lose, or draw. You just got the opportunity to play in the championship game. But the other one is you're a bona fide winner for 10 straight years, conference champions, which that gives you 10 shots at the tournament. And you get the accolades of being the conference champion 10 years.
I'm going to try to outsmart the question by saying if I'm in the tournament, that means I won the conference. So I'm going to go with the tournament because there's nothing like playing in the NCAA. When you're dancing in March, there's no better feeling.
So who get that point, Kev?
I do. She said that. I don't know. I think I got the point.
Wait a minute. So you all right? So you want to win the conference championship 10 years and make it to the tournament, or do you want to make it to the championship game?
I want to go. Are we talking NCAA championship?
Yes,
game?
the big thing.
I'm going that route. NCAA championship game.
All right, that's my point, Kev. And that, sir, is a game, and we are tied. We are tied 9-9, and this is your girl. It's your people.
LSU through the whole vibe off. Go ahead, dude.
All right, Coach. Last question, and this one there is no wrong answer because this is gonna be good for you no matter how it turn out. All right.
Okay.
Would you rather be named to the Hall of Fame and after an illustrious coaching career, or
win the Coach of the Year award and get a lifetime contract?
I'm going with security. I like the lifetime contract.
Well, at least I didn't get swept.
It was close. It was close. I think she showed mercy on you, Coach.
And she did too. Appreciate that, Stacie.
All right, Coach. All right, we had a little fun. Thank you so much. Gracias. All right, so the title of the show is You Got Next, Coach. We on the tail end of this thing. So tell us what's up next for Coach Terry Hutson and her Lady Aztecs.
We're on deck for a really good year. We have a great returning bunch, and we've added some really good pieces. So I'm excited to get back in the gym with my young ladies. It's going to be a fun one this year. COVID was a challenging year for us, and it took its toll. We had some injuries and had some setbacks, but I think we grew as a unit. Our chemistry is off the chain. We're in a really great place. So I'm excited to see what our future holds. And the Mountain West better watch out because we got a good
Mountain West. All right, so we would be bad hosts if we didn't ask. Are there any dreams and aspirations to? I know you said the lifetime contract, the security would be great, but do you want to coach in the WNBA?
That would be great. It's not a dream of mine. I told you guys earlier in the show, my degree's in broadcasting, so my dream job is to be on ESPN and commentating somewhere. So. I think that's life after basketball for me. I would really look to get on your side of the mic. But if the opportunity presented itself, what a great opportunity. Like I said, one of my best friends is the president of the Aces. So we'll see what that looks like. And, I got a lot of people around me that are doing great things. So I'm just excited to watch all my homegirls just continue to kill it out there. And hopefully I'll be talking about them on the mic someday.
How crazy would that be? You sitting across on the NBC set from Carolyn Peck and y'all talking after a tournament game, y'all doing the breakdowns.
I would love it. She is the best. And
she does great.
Friend of mine. She does a great job. I love her because she is true to herself. She doesn't change who she is. And what you see on TV is who she is as a human being. And there's very few people that can do it better.
Yeah, and she always gives you kind of that, I've been in this situation before, and this is how it feels. I like the way she adds that intimacy, that color to the game, because those other guys, they're guys, right? And they've never been in the female's locker room and know what that feeling is like.
Well, I just like how she talks. She's real. She's
real.
I was listening to her one day, and she said she just deboed that rebound. And I said, you know what? I just love that reference. Not everybody got it, but I did. And I just appreciate that she is herself and true, and she's representing all of us Black women very well on TV.
Well, we appreciate you, Coach. Tell everybody out there, if they got little girls who are dreaming to move to San Diego and play for you no matter where you are, tell SLT Nation how they can find you, Coach.
Well, first off, I want to say it's not just about me. Just start playing. Do something, get passionate about it. And as a young woman, whatever it is, I support it. But if you want to be an Aztec, come on out to San Diego. I'll take you around, show you everything that we have to offer here. But you can find me on Twitter. It's Stacie Terry, and our Aztec WB account at Aztec WBB to follow what we're doing at San Diego State. But a lot of good things coming for us, and excited to see what's next.
Any shout outs?
You know what? I want to appreciate you two. I love what you guys are doing. Again, anytime you need a third co-host, let me know. I would love to get back.
Don't threaten us with a good time, Coach. Don't you threaten us with a good time.
I love it. You guys are doing a great job and putting people on your show that have a great message and are saying some important things that need to be heard. So I appreciate what you guys are doing.
Well, Coach Stacie Terry Hutson, you got next. SLT Nation, we are going to be supporting you in every step of your journey. You and your girls, we will be following you guys, rooting for you guys, doing whatever we can to spread the Aztec love all across the nation. And we want to just thank you guys for checking us out again. Don't forget to leave comments down below. Tell us what you think about the interview. Any questions you got. If you think you can get some buckets on Coach, let us know. And if you think Kevin is gassing a little bit, talking about he can play basketball, definitely put that in the comments as well. Don't forget to check Kevin out on Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock. We stream live at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time on Facebook and YouTube. Remember, if you hit the subscribe button, you will be notified and you can come rock with us and join us. And it sounds like we may have a special guest coming on that show pretty soon. So that's going to be wild and crazy. Listen, we enjoyed y'all. Y'all take care of one another. Y'all stay safe out there. Be blessed. And we love you. We will see you guys next time. Yeet.
Lil' baby say I'm fly, she see me. I know I got a giant in the drip, but I double cause I'm tired of the vibe, she clingy. And I don't play around with the wrist, when I get it, you already know the vibe, it's VVs. I swear I feel alive when I'm in the yo into the AM, making vibes on repeat. And I ain't gotta lie, you see these. She said she wanna vibe, she need 3. Each one for my boys, my teamies. Swimming through the riches with my squad, believe me. Iced out Audemars, Philippe's. Big dog since a jit, know I'm 8. Cook and let them know I'm different raw with the apron. Do this for my sons, I know it's mine for the taking. Lil' baby look like she the type that be playing. Slide and I skate this. She done me probably thinking who this. Yeah, money now it's funny how I see the mood switch. But boy, lame girl, funny how the two mix. So I got them uptight, now they got the loose lips. Want the doors with a suicide on it. If I'm winning, gotta put my slimes on it. I ain't buying no Gucci or Prada. That she my man and it's proof of her solid. Drip the finesse like Kyrie. Young man with his own brand, I designed it. Whole gang got a wrist spring cause I iced it. No name in my domain, I'm the nicest. Game, no I used to dream of the diamond. Two bad things I'm in between like a hyphen. Drip when I pull up to the scene.